Hi, I'm Mrs. Adkins. I'm Head of Psychology here at St Helena and St Catherine. The Psychology department is made up of myself and two other subject specialists. We teach in the Benedict building, which is the sixth form block.
My favourite area of studying psychology is biopsychology because I use the information that I've learned at GCSE biology within psychology.
When you start psychology in the lower sixth, you will have 8 lessons of psychology split into 4 doubles and spread across the week.
I chose to study A-level Psychology because I was really interested in the reasonings behind why people acted in the way they did. One of the most interesting topics I've studied so far is conformity in social influence.
What I love about teaching psychology is that no 2 lessons are the same. The questions that the students ask and the insight that they have varies from class to class and day to day.
In psychology, I've really enjoyed learning about different case studies. For example, Phineas Gage, who had a pole go through his head. It's been really interesting seeing how that changed his personality and the applications that research can have into different aspects of life.
Beyond the classroom, we have Psychology Society, which meets after school on a Wednesday. In Psychology Society, we consider recent articles. We also have discussions around current affairs and thinking about the explanations behind and the behavioural explanations behind what's going on in the world around us. And we are also looking forward to welcoming a forensic psychologist and an educational psychologist to come and tell us about careers in psychology.
By studying psychology, you can expand your interests in particular areas by involving yourself in extracurriculars around it. Like, for example, I do a psychology podcast and I attend Psychology Society.
One of the most interesting topics I've studied so far is attachment because it looks at how relationships develop between individuals.
A skill that I've developed in psychology is definitely debating and analysis of why, like when doing application questions, why people act certain ways through research.
An area of psychology I'd like to study further is addiction and psychopathology. In the future, I'd like to study forensic psychology.
I chose to study A-level Psychology because I have an interest in the human mind and how it relates to our biological aspects.
For anyone considering to study A-level Psychology, I would say be open to different ideas and explore different viewpoints.
One misconception about psychology is that it's all about the brain and how it works, but that's not true. It's just a small segment of one topic that we do, and it's much more about how people interact in society and why they act the way they do.
The best thing about psychology is Mrs. Adkins because she always gives us one-to-one feedback and goes the extra mile to make sure we understand the case studies.
For anyone considering A-level psychology, I would say definitely do it and definitely attend Psychology Society because you get to do presentations and debate topics that you wouldn't do in studies.